How does a perfectly competitive firm decide how much to produce? In this video, we'll explore how a firm maximizes profit by producing the quantity where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. You'll see how this simple rule ensures that every unit produced adds to profit without exceeding costs.
All right, we want to figure out how a firm is going to choose the quantity they want to produce to maximize their profits. I'm going to walk you through this on a graph where we have price on the y-axis and quantity on the x-axis. We're going to have a number of curves on this graph. We'll have an average cost curve that's going to look like a U, inverted U, not inverted, looks like a U. And a marginal cost curve that's going to go through that minimum of the average cost curve. This is what's called the cost structure of this individual firm. So you can think of this is an individual corn farmer. They've worked with an accountant, done some studies, and they found if they increase their quantity of corn, their marginal costs will look like this, and their average costs will look like this. Okay. Now they're price takers, so they're going to face a market price of, let's say, P1. Okay. Now they want to maximize their profits by choosing the right amount of the right quantity to do so. We want to follow this rational rule that we've been using all semester, where if marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost, produce it. If marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, stop. If marginal revenue is less than marginal cost, don't produce it. All right. When we have something like this, your revenue is going up more than your cost, and so your profits will go up. Here, well, your profits are going up the same. Your revenue is going up the same amount as your cost, so your profits don't change. This will be the maximum of a profit point here. And whenever your marginal revenue is less than your marginal cost, that means your revenue is going up slower than your cost, and this is going to create losses. This is bad for profits. Profits go down. So profits are going up, 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 up. They reach their maximum, and then they start going down, 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 down. So keep on producing, and stop when your marginal revenue equals your marginal cost. All right, so over on this graph, we have our price line, our market price. We want to compare it to our marginal cost curve in blue. So keep on producing these quantities. These are going straight to profits, that vertical distance there. In terms of your marginal revenue, the price line is going to be greater than your marginal cost. Keep on going, and stop right there where they're equal. And that will give you the quantity where your profits will be maximized. So call that Q star for profit maximizing quantity. Profit maximizing quantity. Great. Right, so if you go any further, produce any more over here, your marginal costs are greater than your marginal revenue, the price. And so your costs go up faster than your revenue goes up, and the vertical distance between those two curves, that's bad. Those are losses. Don't do that if you want to maximize your profits. So firms are going to keep on producing, stop when you're right here. This is the quantity choice given that price one. Okay. Now we could have different prices. So if the price was a little bit lower, say at P2, right? We do the same thing, same comparison. Compare your price line, your marginal revenue, your marginal cost. Keep on going, stop when they're equal. And you would call this Q star 2, that first one Q star 1, to go with that price one. And so what I want you to be able to visualize is you could have any different prices that are going to be going, and you're going to be cutting at that marginal cost line, and that's going to tell you that profit maximizing quantity. Right, so an exam question, like basic level exam question for this module will be something like, I'll show you this graph here. We have our average cost and we have our marginal cost. We have a couple different prices, P3, P2, and P1. I might ask you What quantity should the firm choose to maximize profits if the current market price is P3? So pause here, come up with the answer, go forward, and I'll go through the solution. All right, so P3 is our price line. This is our marginal revenue. We want to keep on producing quantity until that price hits that marginal cost curve, and then we want to come down to get our quantity. So the profit maximizing quantity choice here at a price of P3 will be a quantity Q3. Okay, another way I can ask you it instead of a graph, I could ask you on a table. All right, so this following table represents cost information for a firm in a perfectly competitive industry. Assume the firm can produce only in lots of 50, as shown in the table. If the market price is $12.50 per unit, how many units of output should the firm produce to maximize profits? So in this table, we have output, average variable cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. Right? I'm telling you the price is $12.50. So I want you to use that rational rule that we have for perfectly competitive markets that to tell us the quantity we want to produce. So pause here, take a couple seconds to figure out what you might want to produce. Great. So we're going to take our price of $12.50 and look for where it is greater than or equal to our marginal cost. If its price is greater than marginal cost, you want to produce it. If price is equal to marginal cost, stop. If price is less than marginal cost, don't produce there, right? And so our price is $12.50. So we want to keep comparing our marginal cost to $12.50. All right, that second row with 50 lots, $9.65 for marginal cost here. Is that less than $12.50? Yep. So marginal cost is less than price. Produce that. Next one, $9.60. Produce that. Less than $12.50. Less than $12.50. Less than $12.50. Less than $12.50. Next row, $13.85. Greater than $12.50. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So we're going to stop here in this line here, or that last row, such that our price is greater than our marginal cost. And that's going to tell us we should be producing 300 units to maximize our profits.